Okay.
Okay, so when Annie Dawn got married in 1975, I said that's it, I'm moving. So I looked across the horizon and I saw this apartment building going up. And when it was finished, I went over and I applied for an apartment and I got it.
Okay.
On the 20th floor.
Mm-hmm.
So Dawn got married on the 25th of August and I got the apartment for the 1st of September. And he came with me.
He did?
Yeah. He came with me and he apologized. He said there was nothing, he didn't, you know, I didn't mean anything to him, and it was just a flim, and you know, all kinds of crappy things. And I said, baloney, it's costing you money. Anyway, he came with me, and he had the big bedroom, and I had the little bedroom. And
So you guys didn't even sleep in the same bed at that time?
no, he stayed in the night. He brought his furniture with him,
Okay.
and he stayed in the big bedroom. And we stayed together about 2 years, I guess. And finally, I said, "This is enough," you know. So he went and got himself a condo on the crappy place and moved in. But she never moved in with him. She kept the apartment up on Gold Street.
Okay. So
Right.
she never moved in with him? No.
She never moved in with him. I thought, what the hell's going on? So anyway, I thought, okay, I lived there for 7 years. And I got to the point where I was seeing a black guy. And I got to the point where I figured, I have been down to Jamaica on a vacation.
So you had gone there prior to that? Yeah?
And
With Granddad?
no,
Okay.
with Jerry. And I saw this little house, this Brissett, the lumber company was building, for 2,000 Canadian dollars. So I thought, they're gorgeous, so it's prefab. So anyway, I put a down payment on one.
Are you serious? $2,000 Canadian?
Yeah, but they did, it was pound and pence back in those days, so they didn't have dollars and cents. They
So
had
who'd you buy it? Or who'd you put the down payment to? Was it like
I put it with the lumber company.
Okay.
But and that's another thing, they delivered it
They
for
do-
$2,000
Come on, so they delivered this house basically how the yeah?
on the back of a truck.
Oh my god.
They had a special truck to deliver this. So anyway, they bought the truck, and Sammy was on the beach, and he was custodian for this big piece of property. There was nobody there on the beach.
You were saying that you said McGrill Beach back in the day was nothing, eh?
No.
No.
So anyway, I made arrangements with Sammy to put the water in, which wasn't a difficult thing to do, to put the water in his place, and then I could put my house there. So that's how Sammy and I got together.
So you asked him to put in the water in basically that house that you brought, the prefab house.
And we bought 2 more.
You bought 2 more.
Yeah.
Now those cottages that we went to, Grandma, like with Dad, that trip, was that them?
Yeah.
That was them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
One was 4,000, and the other ended up being 6,000 because they were 3 and 4 years apart. Eh? So the money got to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Jamaicans got to be a little smarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So basically, that area where the cottages were, was that Sammy's land?
Yeah.
So basically, Sammy had that land before in Orange Bay, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then basically, right, then you bought
Then the guy from Canada, woman next door at the bus put the bug in this guy's ear that we had cottages and we were paying the taxes on that place for this guy.
Okay.
You know, there wasn't much, a couple $100. But just the same, we were paying the taxes. Sammy was keeping the place clean. We put water in.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't got around to electricity eventually. But we didn't do anything in a hurry kind of thing. We waited till we got some little money ahead of time. And Sammy rented out spots for people to come by the week or by the month and have tents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they could build fires and have little get-togethers
Yeah. Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Not property. Yeah.
And he charged them $8 a week.
$8 a week. Oh my God.
So we had maybe 20 at one time, 10 at one time, and
So, Grandma, you guys, like, for being down there, were doing really well then.
yeah, I didn't have to worry about any money.
No, not at all. It's just
No,
like
and then
it
we
probably
rent-
stretches a lot of
Then
goes
we
far
rented,
there.
then we rented out the houses, and Sammy built the 2 bamboo houses. Remember them?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, he built the 2 bamboo houses, and they had.
How long did you guys put in that shower and the bathroom thing? Was that like immediate or
That was later.
that was later? Okay.
Yeah, Sammy did all the work. The water from the road was in pipes. All the pipes came down from the road for the water, and it stopped a certain spot because we couldn't go any further. We didn't have enough money, so we turned the pipe up and put a tap on it, and that's where we got the water. And then they came all the way down, and we did the water thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the electricity.
No, mama.
So
How long
Yeah, ma tu
did you not have electricity for when you were living there? What would you guys do? Use candles?
we used coal oil lamps. Hey, everybody loved it. They thought this was just great. When we did get electricity, they blew everything out. They said we wanted to have a candle and coal oil lamps.
Well, because they probably weren't used to it, right?
No, they're from the city here in Canada, and they were going backwards, you know.
Oh yeah.
Going in the bamboo, living in the bamboo,
Yeah.
and then having a candle,
The candles, yeah.
you know.
Super, mama.
But you know what? You
Mira.
had connections back in Canada, which was good. You know what I
No,
mean?
ma
Like
ci
obviously
vuole.
you're used to that, right?
Well, we got connections with a lot of people in Yellowknife.
Oh, Yellowknife?
Yeah,
Why Yellowknife?
because they only have half a year. They only have the sun for half a year, and the other half is darkness.
Yeah. So they come down to Jamaica?
So they come down to Jamaica and spend the darkness
Huh.
in Jamaica.
Okay. So you met a lot of people from Yellowknife, all right?
Yeah. And then we met a lot of guys, lumberjacks from Quebec.
They
would
came up
come
there too?
down. Yeah, they came down because they couldn't work in the winter. It was too cold. So they
Okay,
brought
that
all
makes
their
sense.
spoons because they were French Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
They got the spoons and they would get up and dance and then they built my veranda for me.
The veranda they built that?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's how you got the veranda there.
the French guys did.
Hmm.
They cut down some trees for Sammy. Sammy didn't charge and that kind of stuff. You know, so it worked out.
Good bartering basically you guys did back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what was like the whole typhoon season, hurricane season like down
I was
there?
up here.
So you never ever spent a season down there?
No,
No?
I
Would
came.
you come back sometimes and it'd be destroyed or what?
Yeah, I went back and all there was the trunk of the tree standing. Everything else was blown off of it.
Holy.
And our The roof on the veranda had moved a bit, but our place wasn't touched at all. There wasn't anything that people stayed in that bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, came in and stayed in the bar.
As a kind of like a shelter, right?
Yeah. And
Okay, sir.
Miss Lou's house was blown away, and people all the way around, people had like a circle, you know, and it didn't hit Sammy's place. So then
Thankfully,
everybody said it called me Saint Charlotte.
Because the hurricane never hit, right? The typhoon never hit, eh?
Yeah, because I went around blessing everything, and they saw me, eh?
Oh, you were blessing them for sure, right, Grandma?
Yeah, I blessed them with holy water and a leaf.
Yeah.
You know, and what are you doing, Miss Charlotte? I'm blessing the bar. Oh, what are you doing that for? Well, it's just built, so we're blessing it, you know. So then it ended up the bar was standing during the hurricane.
Yeah, the only thing left was staying was that part, right? Well, everyone takes shelter here, eh? That's
God.
good. So yeah, you basically you came back and then everything was usually changed afterwards, eh? Like when you came back.
Sammy got old. He couldn't keep up with things.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sammy's girlfriend moved in. That's one reason why I came home. I was 65. But Miss Joyce was, she was causing a lot of trouble for me,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I told Sammy, I said, everything that she's telling you are a bunch of lies. And he went to voodoo meetings, and I said, okay. And I said, you know what? She's got you all voodooed up. She's got you in
Trance,
in a
spell.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I swear she did.
Yeah.
All she had to do was take a fish, the founder fish, whatever you call it, and the not the blood, but the stuff that's in the fish, and put it in a cup and orange juice, and he drinks it, and he's a zombie.
Yeah, he'd be out of it, eh?
So
that's when you happened when you were 65. That's why you came back.
well, I was 65 and I needed my gallbladder out too.
That's what they told you.
No, I knew I did because I was bringing a vial and I had pains here.
Okay, so that you came back at 65 and they took that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't go back.
No. Did you want to go back at all, Grandma, or no?
At that time,
Yeah.
back forever? No. No. The kids at Grantley, the last one, had
Left.
graduated.
Yeah.
And he took up being a chef,
Mm-hmm.
and he ended up being a chef in one of the hotels.
What about Grantley now, Grandma? Where's Grantley now?
Grantley's in Homestead, Florida. He lives there, but he's in a prestigious hotel, which is a Democrat hotel.
Okay.
The president goes there, the vice president goes there,
Hmm.
and he makes all these special desserts.
And foods for them, eh?
Yeah, and fancy stuff like with a piece of leaf or something. And he showed me in the his telephone. He showed me, and he's won awards he's entered a contest and won awards from these special things that he's made.
Wow.
So
Good for him. That's awesome. So he studied as a chef, and that's what he's still continuing to do right now,
yeah,
eh?
well now he's living in a house that's gated. You know?
Gated community. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And apparently it's quite the house. You know.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well then, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the States, it's definitely a lot. Well, not as cheap, but it's cheaper to get real estate in the States. You know, especially bang for your buck.
This is a 3 years he got this place.
Good for him. Good for him.
Have some of these things. I'm not into things.
Oh, Grandma, go for it. I'm not really. That's why I got it for both of us. It's okay.
Look at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be what? He was born in 1947.
Holy, he was born in 47?
Yeah.
My mom was born in 50.
No, 77.
Oh, 77. Okay, so yeah, he's basically in the B boat because I'm 85. So he's 12. He's 8 years younger than me. I mean, 8 years older than me, and I'm 36. So he'd be 44.
Mm-hmm.
You basically raised all those kids too, like Sammy's kids, you know?
Yep.
You actually took them to school. I remember you telling me stories about that too.
Yep, I took him to school.
Got them uniforms. You were telling me all about that too. They had uniforms, all that, eh?
Yeah, they gave me uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to school. And the principal she couldn't believe I was bringing 4 Jamaican kids in to go to school. And I explained to them that I've had them since March, and I didn't send them to school because I figured they didn't know anything. Didn't
wait
even
for a
know the
sec.
alphabet.
When you basically went there, Sammy's kids that didn't go to school at all?
No.
Not at all.
Grantley was only a little kid.
What's what I'm saying? So what was the age ranges like when you first got there? Like how old, when they first went to school?
13.
The one kid was 13 when he started school?
Yeah. 13, 11, 13. What's the next 2 down from 13?
11.
11, 9, and Grantley was, I think, 4.
So the kid was 13 years old and he hadn't gone to school. Oh my God.
And they put him in grade 8, huh?
What's his name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy? What's Jimmy doing?
I haven't got a clue. He's the bad sheep of the family.
He's a bad sheep, yeah? Well, 13 years old, not starting school. Oh my God. That's incredible. So different, like from obviously our education system, right?
I had a grade 6 speller and a grade 6 in mathematics book. And and an ABC book,
Okay.
and he learned how to read and how to write and everything, and everything like that. They learned how to read and write from March till September. They weren't too bad.
No?
Grantley was great because he,
They probably picked it up quick, right?
yeah. He was in grade 6 for 3 years.
Wow.
Because back in those days you had to be a certain age to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And he was smart, so he was young. So they passed him ahead. Okay. And then they had grade 6 again. And then they said, oh, he can't go because he's too young. He has to be older for grade 6. So they passed him back again. Right? Now the third time, he went to a new school. So they put him in grade 6.
Well, it seems like he's a smart kid, eh, Grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
So, so anyway, he kept telling, we had kids sitting around the veranda, and he would say, don't you know that?
He would tease him, eh? Because he obviously knew the answer, right?
Yeah. And some of those kids has never been to school either.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, what you did for those kids was a blessing, right?
Not my kids.
Those
Neighbors'
kids. Those kids, yeah. It's crazy, Grandma. So Sammy's, like, who did Sammy have those kids with? What was her name?
Hannah.
Hannah?
Mm-hmm.
And where did she go?
She left with another man.
And she took off and left those kids with Sammy.
Then she had more kids.
Oh my God.
So she had another group of kids.
Wow. Kind of like, what do you call it? Granddad did, eh?
Granddad didn't care about his kids.
You think you're talking about his first set of kids?
None of them.
No, he never got that feeling, Grandma?
Well, I shouldn't say he didn't care. He didn't know how. because he never had any brothers and sisters, so he didn't know how to act. Like he could have been a good father and gone to the hockey, taking the kids to hockey, all the kind of stuff that fathers do, but he didn't do that.
Did you get that sense as a wife or what?
No, I think he didn't do it because he figured he was too like Liberace kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know.
You think he just when his tail went up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that feeling. You think you could have been a better dad than A? Yeah.
And look at, Anne didn't even come to his funeral. She never showed up.
You know, come to think about it, actually, you're right. I don't really remember her there. You're right.
Because I was in the receiving one. Here, come on. You're not going to eat them, take them home.
You're right. I don't remember that, Grandma.
And then, what does she do? She gives your father all of his pictures from the war, from his past. Okay? And the pictures of his history. And gets rid of them. Like, what kind of a wife would do that? Don't you think she'd want to keep him?
And gets rid of his history to his kids.
His past.
Yeah, but you know what though, Grandma? We don't have those pictures.
They're not up in the thing up in the attic?
You know what, Grandma? We'd have to
They're in that album.
we'd have to check, but you know what? In terms of pictures, there's not a lot of stuff from Dad's house that was actually there. And they basically said for us
I
to
got the pictures.
You have them?
But they're mixed up with the other pictures.
You have pictures of Granddad from the army.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah, he weighed about 90 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you know much about that situation with the army or what?
Well, he joined the army when he was 17 to get away from his aunt who was driving him crazy.
Okay.
And he was accepted in the Air Force. And he went overseas. And he,
Is this confirmed or is this from him telling you this?
no, I've got his discharge papers somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So he went overseas. Whereabouts overseas, Grandma? Do you remember?
Newton Abbott.
Newton Abbott?
Yeah. In Devon.
Where's that?
In England.
Okay.
He didn't go flying or anything. He went to the supply department for the Air Force. He was in the kitchen, but he wasn't in the kitchen. He was in with that group, and they went around the country picking up things.
So that's what he was tasked with? He went around the country. What did he pick up?
I don't know, supplies like bread or peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But they had to have on
Gotcha.
the base.
Yeah.
Because that was an Air Force base. They had airplanes there,
Gotcha.
you know. Then he got Olive pregnant.
And all of his first
First
wife?
wife, yeah. She was a nice girl.
Okay.
He got her pregnant, and he's not supposed to get her pregnant because she's in the Air Force too. That's a no-no.
Oh, so this was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So she's in the Air Force. He's in the Air Force, and she's pregnant. So they got married on the 23rd of December. No, they got married on the 15th of December, and Lauren was born on the 23rd, 1945. Now, Lauren looks like Uncle Rick.
Have you seen pictures of her recently?
No, but Auntie Dawn has, and she says that she still looks like Rick.
What would be her last name now?
Trumley. Tremley. She had her DNA done. So it's all in Uncle Rick's DNA. You know, so. But she's older now because Rick's going to be 73,
I was gonna say if
and
that's the
Diane's
case.
going to be 75. She's going to be 77.
I was gonna say.
All those clothes just fell off the bed.
Oh no. So yeah, Graham, if that's the case, you're right. She would be that age, right?
Yeah, she'd be 75 this year. I don't know what the heck she brought. I don't see any tops there.
You got.
One. Is there another black one in there? Under that? No. Oh no, right in the very
Maybe here,
bottom.
Grandma. What's this? I think this is
Is that a top?
Yeah, I think this one's a top, Grandma.
Okay, that's what I'm going to put on after.
Yeah, this is a top, Grandma.
Okay, that's what I'm going to put on for sleeping tonight. Okay.
Do they help you out put that on, Grandma, or what?
No, I'm going to get a little wash first.
Yeah?
She stayed with us and took her course in hairdressing.
Who did?
Lauren, the kids lived with us.
That's crazy.
Diane took a course in, I don't know what you call it.
Hairdressing.
No, she didn't take hairdressing. She ended up testing the bowels.
I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that would
Up at McMaster.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was, what kind of nurse she was. But that's what she ended up.
Yeah,
She
I don't
retired a long time ago.
know what that would be. You're right.
But she looks like her mother.
She does, whereas the first one looks like Granddad.
Yeah,
If I'm correct.
yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, they're 75, 77, and 70, and 75,
And then they lived with you for a bit?
oh yeah.
Until what age? Like how old they?
Until they graduated from whatever they were taking. Like Lauren graduated from hairdressing school.
So they were probably in their 20s then.
Yeah,
Their early 20s.
yeah, they were.
Wow.
Then I had Beverly with me, which is Ricky's mother, and she came down with Diane from up north, and I took her in too, and she became Ricky's mother and fiddly dingy and doing stuff in the rec room, eh? So anyway, but she's nice though.
She's nice, yeah, Bev.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
And then she, Uncle Rick had little Ricky when he was young as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was 20, I guess.
Did you know at that time, Grandma?
No,
Like,
no, wait a minute.
I think he was younger than that,
He
wasn't
was 18.
Yeah, I think he was younger than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically, did you know at that time, Grandma, or what?
Oh yeah, we had a big wedding for them.
You knew that she got pregnant, though?
Oh, she came and told me.
She came and told you?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, what are you going to say? They went to the priest and got a date to get married, and they got married in January, and Ricky was born in July. They had a big wedding in January,
Yeah.
you know.
And then Dad who's the best man at that one?
Yeah,
Was Dad the best man?
yeah.
Yeah.
They had a wedding that it was freezing cold. God, it was cold. And if we froze to death, freezing. Some of them got the flu that year because it was so cold.
So cold, yeah.
Yeah. And every wedding we've had, we've invited my doctor
Every wedding? Yeah, why is that?
because he brought the kids into the world.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we invited him to the weddings.
Yeah. And he came too, eh? Yeah. That's awesome. So you remember that?
Oh yeah, he came to Dr. Levy. He showed up at all the weddings.
Yeah. He expected the invitation every time he saw a kid, eh? That's awesome.
I don't know. He told me at one point when I was pregnant, he says, "You know what? You're such a beautiful girl." I thought, "Oh my God." You know?
Maybe he had a thing for you, eh, Grandma?
I think he felt sorry for me, you know?
Why is that?
Well, I had no family.
What do you mean you had no family?
I had no family. I didn't have no brothers and sisters. My father died when I was 24. My mother died when I was 10. So what family have I got?
Mm-hmm.
I had no family. I had nobody to fall back on. All of you guys have got somebody that is related to you. I didn't have that.
Grandma, at 24, would your dad die of?
Prostate.
Prostate cancer?
Yeah.
So cancer has ran in our family for a while?
Yeah, well, I think it's the first for ours. I don't know.
Well,
'Cause I
before, back
didn't have
in the
any-
day, they didn't trace all this stuff, right? Now it's
I don't
insane.
know. I didn't have any brothers. And your grandfather was in the same boat. Remember, he was adopted,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have
Brothers
anybody
and
to fall
sisters.
back on. And the people in Timmins, his aunt and uncle, hated him because he had to take care of him.
So basically, you guys were both in the same boat like that.
Yeah, my kids had no aunts and uncles.
And then your mom, when did she die of?
She died of asthma and hay fever.
Asthma?
Yeah,
Come on, really?
yeah.
Why? What was it with asthma? They just didn't have good treatment for that back in the day, or what?
No, she died in 1942.
Wow, so right during the war.
Yeah. 1942. I found her dead.
You did?
She was laying there like she was sleeping.
Like in her bedroom?
No, on a couch.
Hmm.
We had come down from up north, and the air up north is different from here. And she was doing great up north. She could
It's a little bit more
breathe.
drier, isn't it?
Yeah. When we came down, the closer we got to Hamilton, the worse she got.
Yeah.
And
And then hay fever, what exactly is hay fever?
it's
Like now, does that exist
it's
anymore?
his niece. Yeah,
That
Uncle
does-
Rick had it. He gets a needle. Had a needle for it.
Okay, like
so
a vaccine.
he grew out of it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe your kids might have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, might have hay fever.
Yeah.
Okay, it's inherited somewhere along the line in the genes.
Oh, you losing your grandma? You okay?
Oh, I'm okay.
All right.
I think I got it. It's in the genes, and somewhere along the line you're going to have it show up.
Hmm.
You know, just like me being cold all the time.
Well, that's related to our circulation, right?
No, that's because I'm cold.
Well, that's because our circulation, though, right?
I can't be. I've been cold since I was 20 years old.
Well, it does. If poor circulation is a reflection
Well,
of
I
being
don't
cold.
have poor circulation when I was 20.
I get cold all the time too, girl. I mean, you know, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
That's why you see my hands are always cold. I'm freezing all the time.
I'm always cold.
Yeah, all the time.
I can't get warm.
What's your heat on? You put in your place 22, 23?
I don't have a clue how much goes on because it's in black.
Okay.
I just turned the one that's on the highest.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm the exact same, girl. I got my stuff. I put it always at like the warmest it could possibly be. You know, I get cold all the time, always. But
What'd you buy for yourself?
this one was, you know what, Grandma? I gotta tell you, I like lattes, but something's up with this coffee. It's terrible.
Oh, it's probably the same coffee we get here.
It's bad, but Grandma, it's Starbucks though. Like, I don't know. I tasted it. I was like, it doesn't taste good at all. I'm like, something's up with this. It's like, it tastes like bitter.
That's what everybody. That's what the. That's what the hospital coffee tastes like.
I think they're serving up hospital coffee at Starbucks. That's the case, you know?
Oh God.
I don't know what's going on down there, but it's terrible, Grandma. Yeah, not too good at all.
Oh well.
So, yeah, I got that. I got it, a latte, but yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. So, yeah, at least you had something to eat, though, eh, Grandma?
No, I don't. I'm not hungry. I ate,
No, you did good. You had a lot of fries, though.
Yeah, I had some French fries, eh?
And your drink, too, it's good.
I feel,
Feel better?
I don't know. I really feel sick.
What?
I don't feel that good.
No?
No, I don't feel like 100%, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
But every day, Grandma, you feel like you're, yesterday...
well, when I went to get up to come to the chair, I didn't need any help.
Yeah, yesterday from today, I noticed, like, you're...
I got stronger.
Yeah.
And I said to the girl when I went to get in this chair, I said, look at that, I didn't need you.